All right, so I'm gonna try and do this again. My last video got removed for violating YouTube policy. So we're gonna try to do this quicker and with less vocabulary. Now, let me just say this off the bat. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only. This is not anything. I'm not saying anything that is fact. This is all opinion-based information. All right, let's get started. So, Mr. Mustache was came into power in 1933. Okay. The badge here was first discussed in 1938. Okay. 1938 is when the badge was discussed. Badge was implemented in 1939. Okay, 1939, 1933, that's 6 years. It was first discussed a year prior. Okay, keep that in mind. Year prior. All right, let's go to this next tab here. So badge started 1939, right? You could say the passport, that you need for international travel. The Jabbawoki passport, right? Okay, Jabbawoki passport, first discussed a year prior, 1938, 2020. The Jabbawoki passport being implemented the year after, 2021. All right. 2021. Well, let's go with these dates here. 39 to 42. That is 3 years, three and a half years. We'll say 42 months, 1,260 days, 3.5 years, however you want to say it. All right, and the summer camp, not to make light of it, but I got to use, certain phrases, or I can't use certain phrases or words, went into full operation. Okay. 3.5 years later. Let's see. Now, much like this Jabbawoki badge, this yellow star was implemented on people who were quote unquote unclean. The Jabbawoki passport will be implemented to show those who are clean. It's the exact opposite, but it's the same thing. I hope that makes sense. But what about those who don't have the Jabbawoki passport? The JP. I'm going to call it the JP from now on. All right, let's see what some articles are saying. Let's see. Oh wow, where happened to all my highlights? All right, well, here's the question. What ethical duties do we have, if any, to those who refuse the JB, the J, right, in order to get the P? This is stupid. There it is. Let's see what they're saying, right? You gotta pay attention to the keywords they use. The willfully unjade may continue to threaten the health of the jade. Threaten the health, which might justify the widespread compulsory Jabbawoki. Okay, compulsory. Right there. Hope you guys can see that. This is saying the past 10 months have displayed how difficult it is to generate solidarity in a country divided not only by politics, but values, science, and facts. In another 10 months, many Jabberwockies may have a clear answer to what they owe the non-Jabberwockies. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. Right? Let's go to this one. This one's a interesting article. This is from a government website, Human Vaccines and Immunotherapeutics. Jabberwocky refusals, which are associated with increase in illness and death from Jabberwocky preventable diseases and large economic costs. The risk to public health. Legal principles supporting government action to protect the common good. Right? Society has the right and responsibility to establish laws, regulations, and choice frameworks that discourage Jabberwocky refusal. Right? Because it's for the common good. Remember, you're a danger to society if you're not a Jabberwocky. Let's see, what does society do when people take risks that not only put themselves but others in danger? Pass laws and establish regulations, create economic incentives. I'm gonna get back to this economic incentives. That in essence declare that in the name of the greater common good, enough is enough. Kind of reminds me of the ex-president card game card. Some of you will know what I'm talking about. Enough is enough. Let's bring that up actually. I'll show you. There it is. Oh, where'd that one? Hey-o. Actually, this makes more sense now. Let's continue. This is talking about declining Jabberwockies, facilitate the spread of illness and death, not just among those who have not became a Jabberwocky, right? But now you're a danger to young non-Jabberwockies who haven't became a Jabberwocky yet. This is so silly. I got to call it Jabberwockies, but it's pretty funny. Those who are immune compromised, and many whom Jabberwockies have varying degrees of efficiency are also at risk. Second, Jabberwocky refusal costs society billions of dollars, right? So they're saying you're a danger. Non-Jabberwockies are a danger to the, what does Star Wars use? The Death Star starship. Starship Enterprise, the death, who's the dark side? There's another name for him. But aren't Jabbawoki's good? I haven't watched Star Wars in a very, very long time. But you are a danger to those, and you also are costing people, taxpayers, billions of dollars. Benefit to society of childhood Jabbawokis can be dramatically jeopardized by Jabbawoki refusal. While it may feel right to them as individuals, selfishly imposes health risks on society in general. Right? Health risks. You are a health risk. I remember reading back in high school something real similarly said about these people. Right? And that's why they had to wear this guy, because they were a danger to society as a whole. 3 years later, we all know it started. Right? 3 years, 1,260 days, 42 months, give or take. You know, we're at that door. We're at that door right now. Let's go on. Yeah, so non-Jabbawokis are a big risk to people. Okay. It's mostly these guys here, especially these guys, right? Yeah, this article is not well here. Let's see when this was written. April 7th, about a month ago. He believes that more contagious variants will dominate the fall and winter beer season. Say beer, right? Right, this season right here. It's going to affect that season because it's a season. I'm telling you, it's a season. A season comes around every year. Right, let's see what else. These are your main non-Jabbawokis, which isn't a surprise. If we think about politically where people live in relation to their political values, these two tend to go hand in hand. Not always, but I'd say that is the majority. Right here, look at this. Try to encourage Jabbawokis by enlisting faith groups. Enlisting faith groups. Where have we seen that before? Oh, I don't have the brother pulled up. Let me do it real quick for you. Revelations of Jesus Christ. This brother right here, Revelations of Jesus Christ. Excellent brother. Don't agree with him on everything, on timeline stuff, but not a salvation issue. This I really enjoy him. He's passionate. He's a good brother. Let's look at something real quick. Well, I don't want to play one part that I was going to because on top of getting flagged for removal, I got hit with a copyright issue, which I just don't want to bring any more attention to this video. But And basically he brought up and he said, the religious men, the Sadducees, the Pharisees of the days of Jesus Christ, did they not see prophecy unfolding? It was right there, right in front of their faces, that they didn't see it for what it was. They didn't see Jesus Christ for who he was. And he said, study the scriptures. You'll know that they're talking about me. And they didn't see it, or they didn't want to see it. Say something similar has happened now. But
I am crying aloud like a trumpet because I don't want you to be damned. Look at how many teachers and so-called people online are telling you this is not prophecy coming to pass. This is not the abomination. The mark of the beast is not here. The Antichrist hasn't been revealed. Are you sure you want to gamble your eternal destiny in the hands of religious men telling you what they think it is?
I hope you guys heard that. I don't know if you can hear it or not, to be honest with you. Probably should have figured that one out beforehand. Let's go to this. If you can't hear it, you can look at it and I'll explain it. All right, Jabbawoki. Code, computer code. I don't want to say computer code, but it's code, it's your code. This translates your code into physical, right? This translates this into your skin cells, into your proteins that you're made out of, okay? This. Jabbawoki interrupts this. Operating system. I think of it as an operating system. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. I'll put up another video if you can't. Or actually, this will be in the description down below. I encourage everyone to go and give it a watch, at least the first hour. If you're not hooked by the first hour, not for you. That's fine. Let's go on. I won't spend a whole lot of time on this because it is on that questionable information here, but the CDC, again, this is from usatoday.com, not my words, it is their words. CDC does retain the authority to detain, medically examine, and release persons arriving in the United States and traveling between states who are suspected of carrying these communicable diseases, right? Traveling between states. They have the right to detain you, medically examine, and probably not, but release you. I'm not saying this is happening now, everyone. YouTube, it's not happening now. But how long did it take? How long did it take? 39, 42, 3 years, 3.5 years, 42 months. Let's see. I talked about that. This right here is also in the description. This talks all about this place and the facilities located throughout the United States. All right, the 6-year connection. Right, they need the no Jabbawokis need convincing. People worry that it's developed real quickly. It's not. We busted our butts for the last 6 years. The last 6 years, maybe, maybe not specifically for a beer brand 19, right? But for variants of beer brand, right? We worked 6 years, the last 6 years, 1933, hard at work, to 1939. First discussed and talked about a year prior, 2020, 2021. Just saying. Let's see. Where did I see major incentives? Try to encourage. Right? People need encouragement. People need incentives. Let me just play this real quick for you. Oh man, I really hope you guys can hear it. All right, just in case you can't read it, I will just go to it. And Jacob sowed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. Sell me your birthright. What did Esau do? Sold him his birthright for pottage, for oatmeal. He gave up his birthright for oatmeal. What are they telling? What? How are they encouraging people? All right. To, here we go. Incentives. Free beer, pot, donuts, savings bonds, a chance to win an all-terrain vehicle. Chicago's sending specially equipped buses into neighborhoods to deliver Jabbawokis right to your door. Detroit is offering people $50 to drive people to get a Jabbawoki. Let's see, there's more in here. I'm not sure if you guys all remember the Krispy Kreme, right? Krispy Kreme's giving you free donuts. Bars are giving you free beers, free rides. Let's see. I don't think I have any more. Yeah, let's see what else is in here. $100. Give up that birthright you have. Give up that birthright. Give you $100. You can buy like, what is that? 20? Well, plus tax. So we'll say 18 $5 boxes from Taco Bell. I mean, it's a pretty good deal. $100. Give up your birthright for $100. But not only do you get $100, look, you'll get to go to concerts, music venues, sporting events, right? You'll get to go to small businesses that are requiring the Jabbawoki, Jabbawokis only. right? This is how it starts. It's how it starts slowly, right? People, you need, like, let's look. I've talked about this many times with other people that I know. Well, let's read out of Revelation 13, 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy, sell, or trade, save he, or except he that has the mark, or the number of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay, or. There's three options here. Okay, and I don't see anything in here, to my knowledge, that says this will all come at one time. Just like people here needed to be, well, there was time that went by, 3.5 years, 1,260 days, 42 months, right? This time went by before, right? Before it went into full operation. Okay. This time needs to go by before this goes in to full operation. And I think you guys can see where we're at on the timeline. I personally, I don't believe that we have entered the big T, small T. Well, we always have a little bit of tribulation, don't we? But the end, right? I think we're at the doorstep. We're at the doorstep and we're right there. And this part here is coming any day. The beast, first beast, rose up out of the sea. And that could be symbolic, that could be physical or literal. Well, kind of literal. I mean, symbolic, but it could be a system or it could be an individual, right? Deadly wound was healed. And they worshiped him or it. But who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him? And he was given power to continue 42 months. 39, 42, 42 months. Given power for 42 months. We are at the door of this happening. What happens after 42 months? Right? During that 42 months, okay, the big lead up to this right here, Revelation 13, 17, the big lead up, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. Right? So this is the left behind persecution, in my opinion. This is the lukewarm. This is the sleeping church. This is Matthew or Mark's group. Matthew's there as well. This is Mark's group. This is a sleeping church. These are those, the five foolish who have fallen asleep, those that don't heed the warning that the watchmen are blowing the trumpet, sounding the alarm. We see the sword coming. It's coming. It's here. It's coming. And they refuse to see it. Don't want to believe, can't see it. Maybe God has other plans for them. You know, it's totally possible. Absolutely, it's possible. But that's what happens, right? So this Jabbawoki P, this JP is going to be more and more over these right here, which is coming. It's right around the corner, these 42 months. It's going to be more and more increasingly used to put more and more pressure on those who are not Jabbawokis to become a Jabbawoki, because non-Jabberwockies in a Jabberwocky society are a danger to the Jabberwocky society. I really hope I don't get a tick mark and I'm banned. I only have 3 videos. I don't know how they found me so quick. I got 60 people. That's it. Seemed way worse. I don't know. Let's continue. Yep. Okay. This is kind of how I see it, right? Jabberwocky. This is at the beginning, right here. This is at the beginning, the software. And then the hardware comes after those 42 months. Could be wrong. It's open for interpretation, obviously. That's as of now how I see it. Hardware and software of a computer are interconnected. Hardware cannot function without the software. While without the hardware, the software cannot produce its required tasks. The hardware performs simpler tasks as compared to the software. The software is the information design, right? The code. That's all the code, right? Think back to your strand being the code and the toys RNAS. Trying to make it secret here. You know what I'm saying? The Jabberwocky technology creates that. Yeah. And then the fancy tattoo that's coming, Mr. Billy Bob, who walks through the gate, has that unlocked, right? Feel free to look that up. Yeah, so that's how I see it. Anyways, let's move on. This right here, I'm going to be doing a video on Starlink in relation to what we know about the end times. It's very, very interesting, the connection Starlink has with the constellations. Let's look up real quick here what the definition of constellation means. A group of stars forming a recognizable pattern. A group of stars. Group of stars. All right. We'll make another video on that. Let's go ahead and watch this clip here. Let's do this. These are Jabberwockies.
Come on, let's say it. You didn't believe me. They are planting you with microchips.
It's
Magnet.
not fucking micro.
Well, we're just gonna mute it just in case. This is the no arm. Here is the arm. There's the Jabberwocky. There's the magnet. There you go. That's where she got the Jabberwocky. This is really interesting here. This guy plays with it. Now magnets, they push away if it's not the correct orientation. That's what's happening right here. Hey, look, I was talking about Star Wars earlier. It's funny. Jabberwocky. Ha! That's ironic. Oh, good. They did bleep it out.
So today at work, we decided to do the magnet challenge that apparently everyone is doing.
Magnet challenge. Wow. They're making it a challenge. The magnet challenge. This is incredible. How do people not see this?
I am not. I am the first person in this video. My friend, who is the second person that I am demonstrating this on, as I scroll over there, is. And anyone else, we're going to find.
Magnet challenge. All those Jabberwockies out there. Let me know if this you win the magnet challenge. Is it winning? So I'm gonna play another clip here. I'm gonna go in and out so I don't get flagged. Try not to get flagged.
Nanotechnology has been used in various applications for years. Now, certain researchers are looking at its potential in fighting
The panda bear.
pandemic. Biochemists at Stanford University are developing a nano COVID-19 vaccine. They believe the design can offer
Oh,
cheap, safe, and effective vaccine, which can remain stable at room temperature,
you guys remember that? The big demand that these Jabberwockies have to be stored at, was it close to true zero? I don't know if that's true, if it's true zero or not. Negative 70 Celsius, negative 170 Celsius. No, super cold, right? This is an issue for transportation. That's also how I see the tattoo coming into play. Let's go to different part.
particles made of iron contain
All right, here we go.
proteins like iron nanoparticles made of iron, so nanoparticles made of iron, no particles made of iron, made of iron containing protocols made of iron containing particles made of
I couldn't get it right where I wanted to. I tried multiple times. Iron, containing iron. What does the Bible tell us about those trying to combine iron and clay? Clay, and iron. Let's see, 241.
4 weeks to develop the prototype and test it in mind.
There we go.
Prototype and weeks to develop. They only took 4 weeks.
All right.
The good thing is they only took 4 weeks to
Only took 4 weeks. That's how quickly they developed this. And it had, if you go on, I'll link this video as well. It talks about how they outperformed the other 4 Jabberwocky companies and in relation to antibodies produced. 4 weeks. Nanobots. Magnets. Again, just sharing scientific facts and information.
production. We may have a potential solution against novel viruses in the coming years.
In the All right, in the coming years. This is potential solution. Nanobots. Excellent. Talked about that. That's about the pipeline. I think I am all out of tabs. Well, hopefully this one stays up for a little bit. Hopefully you guys can hear. I don't know if you can or not. But yeah, I'm planning to do multiple videos here. Gonna knock them out as they come to me. Shorter ones, quick ones. If you don't hear from me for a while, it's probably because I got terminated by Jabbawoki enforcer. If that makes sense. All right, take care. God bless. If you don't know Jesus Christ, please seek him out. Ask him to come into your life. It's truly, we are at that time where that it needs, you're going to struggle more than you could imagine through the coming years if you do not have Christ in your life. No one needs to know about it. As my buddy Mike, Repo Man 64 would say, go into your closet. Well, this is what the Bible tells us, what God tells us. Go into your closet. Ask the Father into your life. Ask him to cleanse you. No one needs to know about it. It's a private relationship. It can remain private if you choose to remain private. That's all you need to do. You need to believe in your heart, ask him with your mouth, confess that you're a sinner, because you are, so am I, all the time. You know, even when you try not to, you really put forth effort, it still happens. You're not going to repeat the same ones, at least I haven't. That's been part of my growth. There were big sins in my life that since really coming into the Lord this past year, I've been able to step above, to repent of, right? Turn your back, change your mind, not think the same way, not do the same things, right? God doesn't want us repeating the same sins over and over again. It's okay if we trip and fall and stumble. We need to get up and keep running the race. That's what you do. That's how you finish the race. You get up. When you fall, you get up, keep going, keep moving forward. Don't look back. Don't, you know, if you, we'll keep it in a metaphor of running a race. You trip on a shoelace because your shoelace is untied. When you fall, tie it, get back up, keep running. Don't trip on your shoelace again. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Hope that makes sense, guys. All right, take care. God bless. See you next time.